I wonder if you've ever felt completely alone. It's a concept with which more and more of us are becoming familiar, isn't it? In our efforts to stay safe and save lives, our usual ways of seeing family, friends, or just familiar faces have been put on hold. How can we measure loneliness, I wonder? According to a survey of UK adults at the beginning of April, 24% of the people questioned said they had experienced feelings of loneliness in the previous 2 weeks. When the same question was asked shortly before lockdown, just 10% said they had had these feelings. In a matter of weeks, social distancing left millions more people in the UK feeling isolated. Don't make the mistake of thinking that this is just older people. Far from it. Young people aged 18 to 24 were the most likely to experience loneliness since the lockdown began. All of this means that we need to adapt how we connect with people and find new ways of staying in touch. Now, more than ever, is the time to keep up those strong social networks. We're using technology a great deal more these days, but regular phone calls, messages, or even good old-fashioned letter writing are all lovely ways of showing someone that you're thinking of them and that you care about them. Maybe for you, it's not loneliness. Maybe you're not feeling very well, not ill enough to be in touch with the medics, but just under the weather. That can make us feel wretched, particularly if we've no one to give us any TLC. Or perhaps you've recently lost someone and you're mourning their loss. Your grief sometimes feels unbearable and you're miserable. That's ghastly when you're on your own. In any of that, can you possibly believe that there is still hope? There is comfort, and there is even joy to be found, still, in all of our circumstances. Think about this. Deuteronomy 33:27 tells us that underneath are the everlasting arms. Psalm 139 verses 7 to 10 remind us that God's Spirit is with us always. Matthew's Gospel, chapter 28, verse 20, records Jesus saying, "I am with you always to the very end of the age." And then Peter's letter to some very early Christians. This is 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 7. "Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you." We know it. We're not on our own. There is someone who cares about us, someone who will stand with us in our circumstances, someone who will walk the road with us. Generous and gracious God, we look to you for compassion and thank you for your presence this day. Overwhelmed by our burdens, we easily forget that you never leave us alone and that your steadfast love for us never falters. Remind us, please, that we can find assurance and comfort that we do not suffer this alone. You have given us strength to live through it. Turn us to reach out to those who are also finding life difficult at this moment. And grant that we may be your healing presence in their lives by bringing them your compassion and comfort that will assure them that they do not suffer alone, that someone cares for them. Amen. Know that you do not stand alone. God has given us one another for this journey of faith to help one another. Know that you do not stand alone. Christ is with us. Be encouraged and encourage one another. And now go and share the good news. Someone cares. Amen.